The secret to Obito's survival and Madara's supposed immortality are finally revealed in my review of Naruto Shippuden, episode 344. This episode right here exemplifies why I like the Naruto anime way more than the manga version. And it's one word, my friends: atmosphere. This episode was bleeding with it. It was so awesome. Everything from the voice acting, to the music cues, to the freaking action scenes, and even getting to see that big flashback where you get to see how Obito survived getting his shit crushed by a giant rock. I really only have one complaint with this episode, and I'm just going to make it real quick. Kakashi Gaiden flashbacks. Didn't need them. Cut them out of the episode. Another thing that was good about this episode, there was a brand new ending. I'll get into that a little more at the end of the review, so let's go ahead and talk about the craziness of this episode. So, Madara's on the battlefield. No one's gonna mess with this guy. What I love most about this is Madara is so cool and calm and collected, nothing is bothering him. 10 Tails is over there, 8 Tails is over there, Naruto's charging him with a Bijou bomb. It doesn't matter. I love the scene where Obito actually gives him his fan back, and he just swats Naruto away, and there's this giant explosion of blinding yellow light. And this is just to show that he uses his fan a little differently than Obito used it. So since Madara's over here now spanking Naruto's ass, what happened to the Kages? Well, we actually get to see. When we go back to the battlefield where they were fighting, we get to see that they have all been defeated. They're all beaten and battered on the ground, and Tsunade definitely got it the worst. She has a giant tree on top of her, and it has completely ripped her in half. You get to see she's like a good 10 feet away from her lower body. And to make the scene even worse, and I was just thinking about this as I was watching it, it's kind of fucked up by the fact that not only was she defeated by Madara, but she was defeated by Madara, who is using her grandfather's techniques against her. It's very messed up. And Tsunade is actually going to use her slug abilities to try and heal the other Kage, but she doesn't seem like she's going to survive. So how did Obito survive having a giant boulder crack his frickin' skull in? Well, apparently Madara found him, and he found him next to some rubble in this underground cave, and this is where he likes to hang out, and you get to see he's connected by these weird cords to the Geto Mazu statue, and that's actually what's keeping him alive. Now, Obito is also alive because, one, he's been bandaged up, and two, apparently Madara has inserted some of Hashirama's cells into his damaged side. And you can even see there's a few like weird like Zetsu bodies hanging from the tree, and you can see this is like the beginning of the creation of Zetsu. What's really important here, though, this is like when Madara is like starting to sort of brainwash Obito. He's sort of trying to tell him, I'm going to create a perfect world, one with only victors and with happiness and with love. Basically, this is like the start of his infinite Tsukiyomi plan. And, you know, it's a really important scene because it's sort of when you get to see Obito break down. This is the moment when he starts to change. This is the Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader moment, if you will. Some other things which are elaborated on, which I think are pretty interesting, is how when Obito is trying to escape, Madara remarks that he wants his Sharingan eye, and that's because he's missing one. The ones that he's using are spares, and that's obviously because he gave his eyes to Nagato, and that's just a nice little way to sort of connect things even more. But really, that's pretty much the end of the episode. A really nice atmospheric episode, and it was made better by the ending, which, like I said, is brand new. And it goes through, like, the entire timeline of Obito and how he used to be a young ninja in Konoha and how eventually he died and became Tobi. My two favorite things from the brand new ending, though, are these two scenes. There's one where Obito, dressed as Tobi, is standing in front of Rin, and then she walks through him, and I really like all of the symbolism there, like how everything in front of him is completely white and pristine, and everything behind him is completely in shadow, and she walks into the shadow as she goes through his body. Just a nice little touch right there. And of course, I love the final shot of the 10 Tails, which is, again, the very first, like, good shot you see of it in the anime, so it might be a little spoilerific for some people. And speaking of spoilers, let me go ahead and talk about the preview for the next episode, which gives away nothing. And it is going to be a fantastic episode. I cannot wait. I just want to go ahead and thank my good friend and fellow YouTuber Blue Sakaga for giving me this information. The next episode is going to be done by Hiroyuki Yamashita. He has worked on some incredible episodes in the series, like episode 322. And even the episode which was detailing the entire backstory of how Minato and Kushina fell in love and the whole, like, Kurama incident. So It's going to be a great episode, and the preview's fantastic because it just shows a moon turning red. They show you nothing, but rest assured, anime fans who only watch the anime, you're going to like the next episode. And frankly, it's the one episode I've been really looking forward to the most, so I really can't wait to see what they're going to do with it. So this episode right here, though, is still really good. It had a lot of really great moments. Like I said, the action in the beginning was really fun. Just getting to see Madara return to the battlefield and use his fan was great. Tsunade and the other Kages getting fucked up. All of the backstory with Obito is being handled really well, and it looks like they're really going to kick it into high gear next week. So, the only negatives, again, are the Kakashi Gaiden flashbacks, which I really didn't care for. So, I'm going to drop this episode down to an 8 out of 10, but still a really solid episode that you guys should definitely check out. It's going to get really crazy next week, guys. I cannot wait for it. I might even do a reaction video. If you guys want to see a reaction video, let me know in your comments below. So there it is. Check it out, guys. And hey, before you guys leave, I'd love to hear your thoughts about this week's episode. You could tell me about your favorite moments, or maybe some stuff you didn't really care for. And remember, guys, to check out some of the other videos that we got floating around right up top. Remember, me and Christian just did the review of the very first Naruto movie, Ninja Clash in the Land of Snow, so make sure and check it out. Thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. I am Super Kami Guru 9000. My name is actually Corey, so I messed that up, but I will see you next time. Super Kami Guru 9000. Out.